Alright, so back to the quads here. I know I haven't picked up a quad in a while. This is a 1995 Polaris Sportsman 400. It's up for $450 in Winneconne. It looks pretty nice. I've owned a 1995 before. It looks like it might be a 1994 actually. But it is a 4x4. Liquid cooled. It says selling a 1995 Polaris Sportsman 400. It runs but does need work. I am posting this ad for my dad, so I do not have answers to questions. Please call and ask for Scott for any questions or set up a time to look. And yeah, so I called. We're gonna go pick it up. He said he's got 4 other guys looking to come and grab it this afternoon, and it's like 11:13 right now. So I asked to pick it up at 12 before anyone else. We'll see if anyone else is there before me. He said it was the first one, so we'll see what happens. I hate when they say first come, first serve, but it is what it is, and we'll see what happens here. Got the money right here, $450 right here. It's pretty cheap for a 4x4. I don't think you can find a 4-wheeler anywhere for $450, so we'll see what happens, see what's wrong with it, and go from there. Winneconne is about 20 minutes away from my house, so. All right, we got the trailer hooked up back there. Should be good to go. Really crappy out, actually. Really rainy, crappy out, so hopefully the drive won't be too bad. All right, guys, we got the beast in the back. The guy was super nice. He was on like 100 acres of land, and he was selling because he had like 4 other Polaris ATVs in his shed. So he used it up north and for hunting and stuff, and it's back there. Got a couple problems. The clutch case kind of rattles a little bit, so that needs to be fixed. And then it doesn't shift into high, or I think it doesn't shift into low or reverse. So I think the shift rod mechanism is broken in there. It does run really good. It starts up pretty easily with the choke on. It just has a couple problems that we need to figure out. They're pretty big problems, but for the price of the machine, if I don't get them fixed, then I'll just ride it around like that. It's not a big deal. But we'll get it home, dig into it, and see what we can find with it. It is really clean for 1995, and no plastics are broken. All the lights work, all the electrical works, electric start works, 4x4 works, everything works on it. So we'll see what happens. All right, just got back. Got the 4-wheeler in the trailer. Looking pretty good. So this is what she looks like. Plastics are in good shape. Tires actually have decent tread left on them. Back ones actually have a lot of tread. Brand new battery. He said he just put $200 into the electrical system. New stator because the battery wasn't charging. Let's see here. What else? The seat cover on it is like really good. No rips in there. Not too much rust on it. It's got a spot for a hitch. All the lights work. It's a pretty decent machine. So the problem we're having is that it doesn't shift into high. You have to shut off the machine and then shift it into high, and it doesn't shift into reverse. You have to shut off the machine and then shift into reverse. But the transmission should be good. I think it's just the shift rod right here. There's a rod that goes back to the transmission and, you know, shifts it. I think something's getting tied up in there. So we'll kind of dig into that. There's also a charging port right here, which is cool. And this is 2 strokes, so you do have to add oil. I kind of like the 4 strokes better, but for ATVs, but what can you do? As I said before, the lights do work. All the lights work. And 4x4 works. It's got the on-demand 4x4 little switch right there. And it even comes with a nice little basket, which I'm taking off instantly. And then it's got the little kit in the back right here with a tool kit back there. So definitely a decent machine for $450. Really can't go wrong. It does run and drive right now. So we'll take it off the trailer, give it a quick zip around the yard, and then start digging into it. Alright, here's the beast. It's only got 1,200 miles on it. It's pretty low. That kind of rattles a little bit. But as soon as you give it throttle, it doesn't rattle. Alright, let's start digging into it a little bit and see what's wrong with it. I'm guessing the idle's just set a little bit too high, and it looks like the back brake needs to be bled because that's not doing anything right now. So we're going to start working on that. Alright guys, so here's what we're dealing with. So here's the shifting mechanism. Usually this box can go bad, but I took it off and it shifts smoothly and it goes through the gears. But the linkage I think was a little bit off because I adjusted these out a little bit more, these twists. So these little levers come off, and then you can take them off and twist them and adjust them. And before it wasn't clicking into gear, but now when I go to shift, you can see it kind of clicks into gear here. See, it clicks in. Before it wouldn't do that. That's reverse, that's neutral, and then high. So we're getting good click action, so I think we fixed it. Just needed to be adjusted a little bit. And yeah, so we're gonna put it back together and put the pipe back on, get everything good to go, and then pressure wash it. We're probably gonna paint up the pipe a little bit and clean it up and then test it out and see if it works. Alright guys, we gotta wire brush this massive pipe right here, and we're gonna paint it with some high temp paint here. Using VHT, flame proof. Should work out pretty well because that's the natural color it's supposed to be. Let's wire brush this quick. Alright, time to paint the pipe. First coat on, looking pretty good. We'll do one more coat on the back and then we should be good to go. All right, we got the Polaris back together, and everything looks good. Let's see if she starts up and goes in the gear. That's gonna be the main question here. Check and see if the lights work here. Oh, it looks like the low beams don't work. The high beam does. Alright, brake light works, that's good. Let's see if it goes in the gear now. So before, remember, it wouldn't go into reverse very easily. Let's see if it does now. Oh yeah, she's fixed. Golden. Awesome. So it must have just been the linkage was the incorrect size. Now it shifts perfectly. Very cool. Got the pressure washer over there. Let's go and give this thing a bath. Alright, pressure washing is done. Looking pretty dang clean here. Just a couple places to touch up. The radiator guard right here needs to be painted. Need to be painted right here. And then I think that's pretty much it. And maybe a couple places on the rack need to be touched up. There's a couple of rusty places on the rack, but other than that, it's pretty dang clean. Quick look at it. And then up here, the handlebars need to be painted. A little rusty up there. But yeah, it's a clean machine. All right, let's go park by the driveway and paint up some of these places. All right, guys, it's all cleaned up, touched up. You can see the handlebars are now painted. This is painted, that's painted over here. I used some touch-up paint enamel. I painted up the bars as best as I could. Got the foot pegs all painted up. And I just touched up every little spot that I could see. The racks obviously need some work, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looking really good. So what we're gonna do now is take a little ride with the GoPro and see how she runs, see if it shifts nicely and everything, and we'll go from there. So let's hop on and take a nice little ride with it. All right, guys, let's take this thing for a rip. See if she starts up. It's looking really clean. Likes a little choke. There we go. Well, reverse works now. That's a plus. Woo! Got some good pickup. Holy cow. This thing is powerful. Really good pickup, man. That is awesome. Oh yeah, it goes in reverse. Let's see if it goes in forward now. Oh yeah, baby. It's fixed. A little off the gun action. Here we go. We're going like 45, 50. Dang, goes really good. Woo! This thing is fast. We're all out right here, 45, against the wind. $55. This thing flies. Holy cow. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Well, it goes a lot better than I thought it would. For 450 bucks, you really can't go wrong with this beast. We fixed the shifter. Surprisingly, I didn't think that was going to work. I thought for sure the transmission was going to be junk there, but the guy was right. He's like, I don't think it's the transmission. So thanks to him for being honest, and yeah, it's a great machine. It's really, really clean. I touched it up with paint. I painted the pipe. You can see how nice that looks underneath here. I pressure washed it. That's basically all I had to do to it. And I wiped it down with some degreaser stuff. Seemed to be working pretty well. Just looks really clean. I'm happy with how it turned out. And as you guys saw, it just flies. And the 4x4 works, everything works on it, which is great. So it's a great little machine. And the best part about it is it only has 1,211 miles, and the speedometer does work. So it's going to be a good machine for a long time. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys need any motorcycle, dirt bike, ATV, scooter parts, check out lap2.com. Bunch of different parts up there. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, we are out.